are you? Happy Friday, November 20th. I have hair now. Today we're going to be in science class. You couldn't tell by my trusty animal here. And we are going on an adventure. Scholars, let's start learning. So today for science, we're going to do we're going to read pages 100 to 103. Okay? If you can do that right now for me, and then when you are ready to come back, we will talk about it, okay? All right. So, on page 100, we started to learn about physical and chemical change. So, matter can change in different ways. We've learned about that. And there are physical ways matter can change, but there's also chemical ways. And our book gives us some really good ideas of how physical change can happen as well as chemical change. So the first 2 pages talks about physical change. And a physical change, it changes the matter that does not form a new substance. So it can change the matter, but it does not form a brand new substance. Such as, they give us examples like if we had a birthday cake here and we were to cut it up into pieces and hand out the pieces, the cake, the matter stays the same. If we pushed all the pieces back together, it stays the same, but the cake doesn't turn into, I don't know, syrup or something, right? It just stays the same. It stays as cake. And that's how a physical change can happen. You can cut it up. You can take a piece of bread. You can cut it into pieces. But then if you push the pieces back together, it stays the same, and but it doesn't form a new substance. Same with physical change can also happen when matter is mixed together. If you think of a smoothie, if you were to go to tropical smoothie and you could see them taking all the fruit and yogurt and putting it into a blender, a mixture has 2 or more kinds of matter that are combined. So a smoothie, you're taking whole fruit, you're taking your bananas, your strawberries, and you're taking your yogurt, and you're cutting up your bananas, you're cutting up your strawberries, and you're dumping all of that into a blender. It's mixing it, but if you were to take all of that fruit out, it's just putting it into smaller pieces. The banana is still a banana. The strawberry is still a strawberry. The yogurt is still yogurt. The fruit has a physical change because the pieces are smaller, right? The fruit and the yogurt are placed into the blender. Everything is chopped and mixed, formed into a thick liquid. The fruits are not easy to see, but you can also taste both of these fruits and the yogurt. Blending the ingredients together does not make a new kind of matter. So what is a physical change? It's a change in matter that does not form a new substance. Where a chemical change is a change in matter that forms a brand new substance. It talked about 2 different things that we could think of in our head. We think of a egg. If you think of an egg, if you were to go to the grocery store and open the carton of eggs and you were to take that egg and accidentally drop it on the ground, it will break and it will be all gross and wet and some yellow, some white. It's very liquidy, right? But then the property changes when the egg is placed into boiling water. So if we put the egg into boiling water for a few minutes, and then you take the shell off, that clear liquid, thick liquid yellow center turns rubbery solid, and the yellow becomes crumbly and solid. The heat causes a chemical change to occur to make this boiled egg. The egg change can never turn back into a liquid again. That's the biggest thing. The egg can't go back from globby, wet, liquidy egg. It'll stay a solid. So that's how the egg has a chemical change. Another chemical change that happens is rust, iron rust. If you were to leave a metal piece, whether that be a nail, a garden tool, something that contains iron, if it gets wet, the oxygen and water that mixes together on the iron will actually combine and form a new substance called rust. You might see that on some people's cars when they have water and the air combined on this iron will turn that metal into rust. So we know that matter is all around us in our food, in our heat, our shelter, our clothing, all different products of matter. Matter is very changeable, and God made it a way for us for our good. So let me ask, what is a chemical change? It is a change in matter that forms a new substance. Yes, very good. So that is what our section that we were supposed to read today was all covering. So about physical change and chemical change. Now for your workbook pages that you have to do today, you're going to do page 81. That looks like this. And what you're doing is you're going to mark which type, if it's a chemical change or a physical change, for all these 6 different pictures. If you need to use your book to help remember what a physical change is and what a chemical change is, that is perfectly okay. Then, this is your study guide. If you can remember to take this to school with you on Monday, November 30th, so then Mrs. Morter can make sure we have it completely graded correctly so that you have the correct answers for the test in a little while. Okay, I think the test might be the week you get back. It'll probably be Thursday or Friday. I'm guessing that week of the 30th. So what I want you to do is make sure you find the correct answers. The back, the back, you're going to answer the questions. You're going to do the paragraph thing again. You guys have done that a few different times for science. So you're going to do the back and front of this page. Have your parents still send me the picture, and I'll try to grade it, but it's best when I grade it in person and we can look it over together, okay? So pages 81, 83, and 84 are your 3 pages for science, and I think that is about all. So you have science, and you have history, you have your Bible verse quiz, you guys all had a read and think today, your language page, your math page. All of you guys, if you didn't get 100 on your spelling pretest, you had a spelling test today, and your handwriting for those that had page 41. And that was about it. I am going to take off and explore more territory with my zebra. And 3rd and 4th grade, I will see you on the 30th together in person. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you then.